Welcome back to the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast. I am Brian. I am joined by Michael and Chad. What's up, guys?
Howdy.
Hello, you're welcome.
We are officially at NBA playoff season.
Except it
It is
doesn't
finally
count.
here.
Except the games don't count, except for seeding. No stats. No stats will be recorded for anything
Yes, until Saturday. But
until Saturday. Yeah,
yes,
the,
Saturday is when it starts.
the make believe play-in, which shouldn't be. Shouldn't really. LeBron said it was terrible, and I hate to agree with him. I still think it's terrible. It's stupid. Just leave it at 7 and 8.
Does he hate it more than the in-season tournament that they got a banner for?
I don't know. I think he might hate this more because extra games that they have to play now. Because they would have just been the 7th seed. They wouldn't have had to play a game at all.
Correct. Well, actually, we would have been the 8th seed.
Would have been an 8th seed and wouldn't have had to play the Nuggets first round.
But now the Lakers could potentially
Sure, because the Nuggets lost to the fucking
in
Spurs. Do what? What'd you say, Michael? Sorry.
I said, sorry. Now the Lakers have an opportunity to hang 2 banners in one season. Isn't that what the Lakers fans want? More banners.
Play-in tournament champions.
If they Celtics win it next year, I swear to God, you better not say anything or celebrate or anything. Just
I don't say. I never celebrate. I never brag about anything.
Right.
I never put it in anybody's face. I was just, subtlety. I don't.
Sure. Yeah, that's your middle
have a
name.
little decorum.
Yeah. Right. All right.
I think you're thinking of Kyle. So I don't.
Same family tree. It's all together. It's all together.
Sure. Yeah.
One and the same.
One Kentucky family.
Yes.
Not
all right.
bread.
So the as we just mentioned, the Lakers did win their playing game against the Pelicans. Now they're the 7th seed, and of course the Nuggets would fucking blow a 20-point lead against the Spurs and let the Spurs beat them so they could have the 2nd seed, and now it's the Lakers versus Nuggets first round. But before the season started at training camp, first day, Anthony Davis came out and said, quote, "It was just a lot of talking. We get it. Y'all won. But me and Bron had some conversations. We can't wait to play them." In reference to the Nuggets rubbing it in their face that they won the NBA Finals. And, okay, AD. Here you are.
Yeah,
this is it.
This is a make or break. Like, if they lose to the Nuggets, AD is... Oh, he's toast. You can't say all that and then lose.
Andy played 76 games this year. AD did. Like, it's a different, he was different this year. His availability was different. So, when he's there, it's, it's definitely helps. It's just now we have to deal with fucking back spasms that he's now dealing with. So that's good.
Yeah, he's not used to playing that many games.
His body's in like...
Body doesn't know what to do.
It really doesn't. AD has got to come out. You can't say that and then not back it up. You can't have games where you score 12 points. That's unacceptable. You cannot have that.
Yeah, and he has to shut down Jokic. At least if they win the series, at least 2 of the games has to shut him down.
I don't know if you can shut him down.
In order to win, you might have to figure out.
See, I have a opposite opinion. I say you let Jokic score 40. Just keep the other guys off. Let Jokic score 40, keep his assists down into single digits, 5, 4,
So don't
5.
double team him ever.
No. Let AD play 1-on-1. And if you need to, throw bodies at him. Throw Jackson Hayes at him. Throw other guys at him. Rui, just big bodies,
Yeah, but it's gonna leave shooters open.
not if it's 1-on-1. I'm not saying don't double them. Don't double.
Ever.
Just ever.
Yeah.
Let them get 40 a night. I mean, if they only score 95 for a game, you should easily win those games. I don't think doubling is the way to go.
What about Murray? What about Porter? What about all those guys that they're like pretty good? I mean, they won the finals last year.
They did, convincing fashion. I don't know. I think that doubling him is a recipe for. Well, first of all, you can't guard him anyway. I mean, you double him, you single cut, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
But Jokic is mostly dangerous when he can get others involved, especially from the 3-point line. So if you don't double, there's not going to be many open 3-point shots. So I think that's the game plan they should have, personally. So I don't know.
I think they're set for another competitive sweep.
Okay.
That was well put.
Well, here's a major difference. Major difference between last year and this year. LeBron and AD are healthy, and they are not playing them after 2 grueling series. They're playing them fresh. So this is the best opportunity the Lakers would have to actually beat the Nuggets. Just first round, all healthy, ready to go. I don't know. I think this is their best opportunity, and I think the rest of the West would be happy if they beat them too.
I just don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, just rip the Band-Aid off. Get the bad juju out of the way first. If they can pull it off, I mean, yeah, I'm sure they'll be favored in more of their matches.
That'll be making it easier for the Celtics. I mean, that's the team we were worried about, and now you just took them out. So I'm not really worried anymore. So go ahead. You know what? I'll put a bet on it. I'll put a future. There's got to be a future.
Well, we'll get to our we'll make our picks here in a little bit, but also that game with the Lakers and Pelicans, Zion had 40, and
he got left. He left the game.
He left. I don't know if we win that game if he stays. Yeah. I really don't, because he was dominating.
He looked like an all-star. He looked like a superstar.
This is the Zion we've been waiting for.
Yes, that finally.
Yeah.
We had to go through a few fat versions of Zion to get to this less fat superstar version.
Exactly. Yes. But yeah, and he has a hamstring injury. He will not play against the Kings tomorrow night. So obviously a huge loss. Also, did y'all see McCollum and Brandon Ingram were benched in the fourth quarter? Benched. I don't know. That's
Really?
Craziness. Yeah, they were benched. Brandon Ingram didn't play. I think he played a minute of the fourth quarter, and I think CJ played about 2 minutes, and they were basically benched the rest of the game, which is just crazy that you would bench 2 prolific scorers.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So Lakers are a plus 310 to win the series against the Nuggets.
Okay. It's not actually too bad, to be honest.
I mean, I would expect it to be a little bit higher, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Another game that happened for the play-in was the Kings and Warriors. Ooh, how's the reactions in the Bay Area, Michael? Can't be good.
I think they all saw it coming. I think they knew this is the end of the dynasty, and I think they're all figuring out who needs to go where and how to rebuild. You know, do you keep Steph? Do you let him go and pull a Dame, go somewhere else? But
So, Chad, you had asked me about my opinion on the Warriors before we started.
Yeah.
Here's the key. So Klay Thompson played like shit against Sacramento. He was 0 for 10. 0 for 10 against the Kings. Didn't score. Did not score. Now we've said, all season he hasn't looked the same. He's been off. He got benched. He got taken out of the starting lineup. It's been bad. Klay Thompson is a free agent. But Steph and Draymond are still under contract. So I think Steph and Draymond return. If Klay's going to return, he's going to have to take a huge pay cut. Huge. Like 20 million pay cut.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's willing to do that.
No.
I don't know. And I could tell you there's 31 other teams or 29 other teams that would take him. Just for shooting.
On
a discount. Yeah.
Discount for
sure. Yeah.
Like from what he's making right now, yeah.
Klay's in that part of his career. He's not going anywhere unless he's going to win. There's no way he's going to go, to like one of the bottom teams.
He's got to be ready to ride the bench too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he going to be a contributor? He's got to suck up his pride and probably
if
play
all he's going to be required to do, if all he has to do is shoot the ball, okay, come off the bench. You can't rely on him to play defense anymore. And you can't expect him to play 35, 36 minutes anymore. So, I mean, he came off the bench, but that was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. I don't know if he'd want to do that somewhere else. But he might have to.
Plays for the Pistons or the Wizards or something. Like places that he can, be a starter for that kind of talent.
The Pistons and the Wizards, places where careers go to die. That's what happens. Look at Kyle Kuzma. Just went to Washington and died.
Yeah, can you all name more than one other Wizard? I mean,
Jordan Poole.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I was gonna say anytime they showed graphics of the Wizards, it was Kuzma and Poole just looking depressed.
Was there ever a video of Draymond punching Poole in the face?
Yeah, that was released. So that's how we found out about it. It was the video was released.
Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember.
There was internal drama in the Warriors because Kerr's like, "Hey, whoever released that, you're a freaking dick."
Didn't they find out who released it and they fired him? Right?
Maybe. I don't know about those details, but yeah, I mean, you keep that stuff in house because I mean, there's famous stories of Kerr. Didn't he punch Michael Jordan or got in a fight with Michael Jordan back in the day? And like, they played and won championships together after that.
I don't recall that, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny? There was a graphic / meme. It was like the Detroit teams, Pistons officially have finished the season with the same wins as the Lions.
The Lions, yeah.
Yeah.
14 wins apiece.
Oh, it's so sad. So sad. All right, so we do have 2 play-in games remaining. Obviously, now it's just for the 8th seed in each conference. Got the Bulls at the Heat tomorrow night at 7. Jimmy Butler is out for the Heat. He has an MCL sprain. Happened in the first quarter last night when he went up for a shot and Kelly Oubre Jr. landed on top of his knee and crashed to the floor. So it was just an unfortunate thing. But he finished the game, which is crazy. And I think he ended up with 5 steals, which is just
I'm pretty sure he wasn't out there at the very end because I remember watching the final segments of that game and they're like, no Jimmy Butler.
well, I mean, but he still after he was hurt. I mean, he played pretty much the whole rest of the game. I mean, he wasn't
Probably
Yeah,
gone.
he did. He did.
What was the injury?
His
An MCL
knee.
sprain.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that sucks for both the Pelicans and the Heat losing their best players the
Yep.
very first game in the play-in tournament. There we go. That's another sign of the play-in tournament. Injures players.
Bulls
rid of
and Kings are
Well, it's
basically a
better
free
that
ride.
it's better that it's just a 1 game and not a 7-game series without the guys. You know, um, that might be the benefit of the play-in. You don't have to worry about watching a team without their best player for 4 or 5 games in a row. Because we can all agree, right? Bulls and Kings are winning these. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, unless like Tyler Hero goes for like 40 and you have like Bam Adebayo actually play basketball like he can, like an all-star.
the
I don't
over-under
know.
for that game's 205.5. I'd take the under.
Yeah, I take the under too. I'd take the under last time. Anything over our 200 is too much.
Yeah, especially for the lower East teams. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that they went above 100
Mm-hmm.
last game, but it was just like college game at the end. Foul, shot, foul, shot. So it was
Right.
just constant
Yeah.
points over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. And so after obviously tomorrow night's games, that would officially set up the entire playoffs. And that's all we're waiting on now is who's going to be the 8th seeds. But it doesn't matter in the long run, right? Who the 8th seeds are going to be.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the Celtics being a 1 seed and the Thunder being the other, I don't see either one of them being upset in the first round. It's just not happening. So that brings us to the start of the playoffs, which is Saturday. And the first game is the Orlando Magic at the Cleveland Cavaliers, 1 o'clock. Cleveland is favored by 4.5. I'm going to go around and we're going to pick the series winners. And I want you to give me a game count. How many games is it going? And who wins? Magic at the Cavs. Do you want me to reveal Kyle's first or
Yeah,
save
do
his for
Kyle's
last?
first. I want to hear what Kyle says so that
Okay.
I know what to say the opposite of.
Kyle has the Magic in 5.
Cavs in 5.
Magic. Okay. That's a Magic in 5 is a crazy pick, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, Michael.
Well, I don't know a single player on the Magic, so I'm gonna say
Pablo
Donovan Mitchell.
Banchero.
I didn't know he
From
was on that
Duke?
team. If you had
Yeah.
asked me, I would like,
Yeah.
he's on the Pacers? I don't know. I know Donovan Mitchell's on the Cavaliers, so I'll pick the Cavaliers and we'll say they sweep them.
Okay. Magic's that's a tricky team this season. It's been hard to bet, for or against them. They've been
Yeah, you
a
never know.
crazy team this year. It's hard, especially with that lower half of the East. It was almost impossible to pick those games. But I like the Cavs in this. I think Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland will do big things from the guard position, and their big guys are they're just better. Mobley and Allen, they're just better. So I like the Cavs. I don't see a sweep. I'd probably say 5 as well. That's probably they'll probably lose the first game in Orlando, but yeah, I like the Cavs in 5.
Yeah, I didn't even know what Paolo Banchero looked like till I just Googled him. You could have told me he was an international player. I guess he was born in Seattle.
Yeah, he
I
went to
know
Duke,
nothing. I
so
know
Yeah.
nothing about him at all.
all right. We've been waiting for something to happen miraculously with this big trio, the big 3 of the Phoenix Suns, and nothing has happened yet. That's the next game that we're going to talk about, 3:30 on Saturday. Suns at the Timberwolves. Cat is back. Karl Anthony Towns is back.
Oh, he is back.
He is
Oh,
back.
that changes things.
He played, I don't know, 2 games before the end of the season. So he is back, and Minnesota is currently favored by 1.5 in this game. So it's pretty much a pick 'em when it comes to NBA spreads. And Kyle has the Timberwolves in 7 is what he has. He has the Wolves in 7. All right, Michael, Phoenix or Minnesota?
Kevin Durant's on the Suns.
Yeah,
Bradley Beal,
he's-
Devin Booker. Those are their big 3.
yeah. Let's say
Anthony
Minnesota
Edwards on
Timberwolves.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards. I've heard of him before. So let's go
You,
Timberwolves number 6 in 6 games.
all right, Chad.
That's my pick as well.
Wolves in 6.
Yeah. I was gonna be Suns, but you said Cat's back, so
Yep. Are you ready?
that changes it.
You ready?
What?
I got the Wolves in a sweep. I got them in 4.
Dang.
Wolves in 4. They have nobody to guard Karl Anthony Towns, and they can't keep anybody. They can't keep Gobert away from the rim either. They don't have anybody good as far as a big man goes. So you're going to
True.
put Kevin Durant on Cat, he's going to get fouled out. So, good luck with that. I'd see Devin Booker averaging 35 in this series, though, but they're still losing. All right. 76ers at the Knicks, 6 p.m. Saturday. Joel he said he's about 80% right now. That's what his feel is as far as his health. And Kyle has the Knicks in 6. Who you got, Chad?
Sixers in 7.
All right. And Michael, the Knicks have Jalen Brunson and you
Joel
heard of Jalen
Embiid.
Brunson?
You know who Joel
No,
Embiid is?
The Knicks don't have Joel Embiid.
Knicks don't have him. The Sixers do.
Yeah, let's just say
I live in
70
Philadelphia. There you go.
76ers win it in 5.
Wow.
That's
You need to put that on a bet slip.
yeah, I can look that up. That's definitely
Sure. Why not?
Put that on a bet slip. If, and this is a huge if Joel Embiid was 100%, I would take the Sixers, but he's not, and he won't be for this series. So, as much as I love Joel, and I kind of wish he would go somewhere else with a better chance of winning. That's probably not going to happen, but I have the Knicks in. Ooh, I'll say the Knicks probably in 6. Yeah, I'll go Knicks in 6. Knicks in 6. All right. The last game, Saturday night, and I swear to God, I'm pretty much going to turn my phone off because I will not be able to watch this game live. I will be going to a local festival here. It's the kickoff festival for the Kentucky Derby, which is known as Thunder Over Louisville. And it's pretty much an all-day thing and does not end until about 10 o'clock at night. And then Chad knows traffic is a fucking nightmare out of downtown.
It's pretty bad.
A fucking nightmare.
It's
so
real bad.
I probably would not get home until after midnight if I had to guess. So I will not be. I've already disabled all my alerts on ESPN, the Lakers app, the NBA app. I have disabled everything, and I will be muting our group chat. So I might even remove it all together. I just might remove the app, just so I don't see anything, because I want to watch it as soon as I get home. I do not want it to be ruined for me. So, Lakers at the Nuggets, 8:30, ABC. Huh?
What?
You're not gonna find. I'll turn my goddamn phone off. I don't care. My phone will be off. I will not be notified. Watch, they have it on like screens or something at like a food truck. Get through it.
Someone says, "Did you see the Lakers get blown out last tonight?"
All right.
We'll
Lakers.
plant someone in the crowd with you.
Yeah, one person and 1 million people. Yeah, they'll find me, I'm sure.
It'll be Kyle. I'll send Kyle. He'll find you.
All right, Lakers at the Nuggets. Kyle has it going 7 games, and he has the Lakers winning. He has the Lakers in 7. All right, I don't care who goes next. Get your hatred out. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I already said what I was gonna vote for. Competitive.
Oh yeah,
sweep
Nuggets
by the
and
Nuggets.
sweep. Yeah, right.
It'll be competitive.
So just like last year's. Just like last year's.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Chad.
Nuggets in 6. I think that the Lakers can get a couple games at home.
All right. My prediction. I think it goes 7. And I think AD, in order for us to win, he will have to average 28 and 15. Have to. There's no way around it. He cannot have any game under 25 points. He just can't. And I like LeBron's stats to neutralize Jokic. I have LeBron with a 25-point triple-double series average. That's what I'm going with for LeBron. And I got the Lakers in 7. Lakers in 7.
Just for reference, he went 20 and 15 in the last game.
against the Pelicans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the Pelicans. That's not Jokic. He needs that 8 more. He needs 8 more points. You think 110 points is gonna be good enough to beat the Nuggets 4 times? It's not. It's just not. These are gonna be high scoring games.
Play some defense.
I mean, if AD he averages 2.5 blocks on the year, if he can give me 4 blocks a game, that'll help. And then AR can average about 4 or 5 steals a game. He's capable. I think our biggest X factor is going to be Rui. I'm gonna need 18 to 20 from him a night. That's what I'm gonna need from him. He's our third star this year. AR kind of dropped off a little bit. I don't know what happened to him, but he's our
for those of us
Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves, sorry.
Okay.
AR 15. He wears number 15, and it's Austin Reeves.
Got it.
He's from bumfuck Arkansas, somewhere in there, somewhere down there, and yeah, he was a godsend for us last season, but he had a really bad stretch there to end the season, so I don't know what we're gonna get from him. All right, that moves us to the Sunday games. So the first game, which personally I find disrespectful, to be honest with you, Chad. You think
What?
a 1 o'clock for the Celtics, the number 1 overall seed, 1 o'clock?
No, it's a traditional Celtics playoffs game.
Okay, all right.
It's
right.
It's a time where it's after church. It's before it's getting late. Everyone can be like hanging out, like it's not going to end too late. You're going to still be able to do stuff afterwards and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than it being at like 9 or 10. I'd rather be at 1.
I just thought maybe they would prefer to be at like that 3:30 slot,
Yeah.
But that's all right. If it's a tradition for them, it makes sense. But
it really doesn't matter. Who we're going to play is going to it's not going to be competitive. So that's probably why they put us in the front slot.
So they are either going to play the Bulls or the Heat. Kyle has a sweep here. I couldn't agree more. I don't think it matters who it is, because if it's the Heat, they're without Jimmy Butler. So,
yeah.
And if it's the Bulls, it's the fucking Bulls. What are they gonna do? So Kyle and I both have Celtics in 4 as a sweep. I'm sure you would agree, right, Chad?
I'll go Celtics in 5. Bulls steal one at home.
Damn it! That's what I was gonna say.
That way, if they get a sweep, I'm still happy.
All right. The next game, 3:30 on Sunday, the Mavs and the Clippers. This might be one of the more interesting matchups for the first round.
Is everyone healthy on the Clippers? Like Paul George, Kawhi.
Kawhi was battling. He says he's iffy. Kawhi's still battling inflammation. Game 1 status iffy.
Yeah,
inflammation. Isn't this guy always coming up lame for the playoffs? Like, dude.
Except for that one time that he won it.
Yeah, with the Raptors.
With the Raptors.
After
Incredible.
he had the luckiest game shot in history over Joel Embiid.
Shot that ended the 76ers' hope to ever go to the finals ever. It was just like heartbreak city in Philly. I mean, every time they play in the playoffs, it's heartbreak. Since like 2019, they've
That's why
lost
I
to the
said
Celtics twice now.
That's why I said I want Joel Embiid to go somewhere else. Just
They need to rest Kawhi for the Olympics. You know, might as well put him on ice. Isn't he on the Olympic team?
Is he?
yeah, I was actually gonna get to that after the NBA games. I know it's not
Oh.
there, but I was gonna bring up what the roster is because it is fully set now. But anyway, Mavs Clippers. I have let's see. Kyle says Mavs in 6 is what he has. Mavs in 6. And what about you, Michael? Mavericks have Luka, obviously, and Kyrie.
Yeah, I know they have Luka and Kyrie. Yeah, I think this is the Mavs series because I just don't trust Kawhi to step up. And don't they have Harden too, who's been pretty much a
He
shell
hasn't
of his
been bad.
himself?
Yeah, but he hasn't been bad. He hasn't been MVP, but he hasn't been bad. So, and don't forget Russell Westbrook comes off the bench for them now. For the Clippers.
Yeah, I'm still going the Celtics. I mean the Celtics, the Mavericks, whatever team we're talking about here. Mavericks in, let's say, 6.
All right, Chad.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Mavericks
go with
Clippers.
Mavericks in 6 as well. It's plus 350 on FanDuel. So
For Mavs in 6?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm going to take the Mavs in 5. I don't know what's happened over the past 2 months, but Luka and Kyrie have been on another level. And it was just a short 2 months ago. Remember, I said Kawhi should be MVP? that didn't last very long. After I said that, I think they had like a 6-game losing streak after I said that. So that fizzled out quickly. All right, what could have been a very, very fun matchup is probably not going to be competitive like it was going to be. Pacers at the Bucks. It is reported that Giannis is out for the beginning of the series. Typically, when they say beginning of the series, that's the first 2 games. That is what it typically means for beginning of the series. So let's just take that for what it is based on history. Giannis is out game 1 and 2. Pacers at the Bucks, and Giannis being out those first 2 games doesn't make a difference to Kyle because he has the Bucks in 7. So
yeah, but he's been riding the Bucks' dick for a while.
he really is. I wouldn't put Doc Rivers in a game 7. I can tell you that right now. I mean, you know, but that's what he has. He has Bucks in 7. What you got, Chad?
Not that.
Not that.
Definitely not that. But Bucks in 7 is plus 390. You'd have to be insane to do that. Don't waste your money on that bet. Because you can just light it on fire. The money, it's doing the same thing. The Pacers, fucking the Bucks. It's Doc Rivers, really. It's not even. I mean, it's Giannis being out like means they're definitely gonna lose the series, but Doc Rivers is the reason they're gonna lose the series. Possibly in. Let's. I'll take Pacers in 6 games.
All right. Michael, Pacers have Tyrese Halliburton. He was a huge star this year. And big time in the All-Star game. If you recall, I know you were waiting for that All-Star game to start, and you
Yeah.
watched it all the way through.
You watch the skills competition.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Totally on point with that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think Indiana, the whole state is just rejuvenated right now with the draft pick of Caitlin Clark. So I feel like the Pacers are going to be motivated to win this one. Show Caitlin that Indiana's a real
Oh,
basketball state.
they're gonna win this one for Caitlin.
Caitlin, they wanted to show
Good.
her what's up. But yeah. So let's take the Pacers and they're gonna sweep the Bucks because yeah, not having Giannis right off the gate, that's just bad.
They have
Bad
Damian
juju.
Lillard. You know who he is.
Yeah, he shouldn't have left the Blazers. He should have just rotted away in Portland.
Like the rest of the society up there.
Yeah.
Pacers in a sweep, huh? All right. My thought process on this is, okay, Giannis is out the first 2 games. Can Damian Lillard get me one of those games? Can he get one?
Can he score 80 points?
He could easily go for 50. Easy. He doesn't have to share the ball. It's just him. He could easily go for 50. The problem is they'd score 75 and lose.
Yeah, it depends on if Brooke Lopez gets hot.
Yes. And don't forget about Chris Middleton. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he's still there. I don't know what he's been doing, but he's still there. And
He's nothing like he was like a few years ago before he got injured.
yeah,
He was like lethal from 3.
that mid
And
range.
mid-range, yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I still like the Bucks in this. But it's really predicated on them getting one of these first 2 games. If they do, I'll take, and Giannis comes back in game 3. That's what I'm banking on. I'll have the Bucks in 6. The Pacers have been so up and down this year. That's another team that it's hard to get a gauge on.
I was just hoping. I want to get the Bucks out of there. Don't have to worry about them. Pacers we can handle. You shut down Tyrese Halliburton and they don't have an offense.
Right. All right. The last game, Sunday night, 9:30. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they will most likely be hosting the Sacramento Kings. Just with the Pelicans being without Zion, it's hard for most NBA fans to think that the Pelicans would win that. But I'm going with the Kings facing the Thunder. And I think if that's the matchup, I like the Thunder in 5. Sacramento is one of the toughest places to play in the league. I think they can get one. Light the beam.
What does that mean?
You light the beam when they win. It's the lighthouse, right? I have no idea.
No,
I just know light the
beam. It's a purple beam that shoots out of the top of the
That's right.
Arena and goes straight up into the sky. It's just a purple.
That's right.
I've actually been to one game there. In the first season, they had that arena. I don't think they had that when I was there.
Yeah, that seems like more of a last 3 years, 4 years maybe.
Yeah,
something like that. It's more recent.
It's new.
God damn it, Chad. So yeah, I got the Thunder in 5. Let's see. Kyle said Thunder in 6. Who y'all got?
Thunder 5.
Shea Gilgeous, Alexander, Michael, the
Thunder
big
in 6.
keep high. Okay. All right. So we'll obviously see how the playoffs are shaping up by the middle of next week when we come back and return. But well, hopefully, for my sake, the Lakers will be up 2-0 by then. But
Hope.
they would play Saturday and Monday, by the way. That would be first 2 games for them. All right. Other NBA news. Jonte Porter. Fucking idiot this guy is. Former player of the Raptors.
Dumbass.
Got busted gambling.
On himself.
And yeah, on himself.
Unders.
And yeah, for unders. Yeah. And you know, it is amazing how stupid people are. Like, you're not going to get caught. It blows my mind. It really does. And I saw that one of the bets, it was bet for him to do unders on things, and the bet paid out like over $1 million to whoever placed it on his behalf, basically.
That's crazy.
Which is just nuts.
You can't do that much. I think Michael was saying that. You can't do that much money at a time. You have to do it over time. It can't be just like an under, like a big score. You can't just do a big score with that shit because they're gonna find that shit out. Like, shit gets reported.
Yeah, and you need to have it. You need to have no like digital paper trail. You need to like have a friend of a friend place the bet, so there's like a degree of separation, and it would be easier to like. I mean, not that I'm trying to give anybody advice on how to gamble, because I don't condone gambling. I live in a state where it's illegal, so I won't touch it. You know,
Communist California.
Unlike Otani. No, it's not even California. It's freaking Las Vegas. I've told you that before.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Lobbyists, because Vegas gets half their income from the state of California. So they're like, why would we want to let them legally gamble when we can force them to come here to Vegas?
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's a shitty situation we have gambling over here. Everybody else can do it. It's kind of like the reverse of like legalize marijuana. This is the first state to legalize that, then everybody else had to wait.
So obviously the NBA caught him and has now given him a permanent lifetime ban from the NBA. So good job, you idiot.
An active roster when this happened?
That's a good question. I don't know if he was or not.
He was on the Raptors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he is now.
No, definitely
is
not now.
Is he going to prison for this shit? Like, I thought fixing games. I mean, it's kind of, you're fixing part of the game.
Yeah, I mean, there has not been any word on that.
He was a reserve center, so I don't know what that means.
On December 9th, 2023, Porter signed a 2-way contract with the Raptors. On March 25th, 2024, ESPN reported that the NBA had opened an investigation on him. So, it wasn't even 4 months later he was getting popped. So, based on that, it sounds like he was on the active roster when he was popped for it. So, fucking idiot.
Yeah, what a dumbass.
Oh, at least he became famous before he left the NBA, because I'm pretty sure not many people knew about his name beforehand, right?
That is true. Yes.
You can go play basketball somewhere else. You can play basketball in like Europe or fucking Russia.
Yeah. Time like
China.
that meme says,
Go
time
play
to
Dwight
learn
Howard.
Chinese, buddy.
Like I told you all in our group text the other day, I think he's played a total of 36 games in his career in over the course of a 4-year period. So,
Okay.
you know, I mean, are you really at the NBA at that point? You know? I mean, I don't know. Obviously you're not that good. He could probably beat all of our asses though.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
100%.
I'm not saying that we could beat him, but just compared to the NBA, he's awful.
Yes.
All right, Michael, for now, the NBA talk is over.
It survived. I'm surprised I had that much to talk about.
Yeah.
That's the most words I've probably said in an NBA segment. It's a record right there.
So we'll go back to the NFL, and just as a reminder, once again, 1 week from today, the NFL draft starts. Next Thursday, April the 25th. 1 week away. And speaking of the draft, sounds like Bill Belichick's going to do a show with Pat McAfee. Whoa. Well, the meeting of two opposite personalities. This is how do y'all think this is going to go?
It's a show about the draft or what?
I'm assuming it's going to be like a panel, you know, kind of like
Well, what was weird about the timing of breaking this news was like right before that story came out, there was some weird story about Robert Kraft. It hasn't been substantiated, like if this is true or not, but who knows? There's probably some truth to it that he went to the Falcons owner, Arthur Blank, and basically told him, yeah, you don't want to work with this guy. And basically just I don't know. I could see where Robert Kraft is like, yeah, I can't be having Bill Belichick go into a team that's ready to win with a good coach after Brady already left us and won a Super Bowl. Can't go have my head coach leave us and go win a Super Bowl. So he's probably like gatekeeping Belichick from getting a good job. You know, those owners are like a fraternity. You know, they're
They
like the
probably
good old
went to the
boys.
massage parlor together.
Yeah,
one that Kraft
probably
knows.
a good conversation in the couples massage there, and yeah, he probably told him like, "Yo, do me a solid here. I'll make you a good trade in the draft or somewhere in mid-season."
Or pay for his
But
happy
yeah,
ending.
back to this. I mean, I feel like yeah, maybe Bill Belichick's trying to improve his PR because I feel like Bill's probably a little surprised that he didn't get a job. I would assume, unless he is holding out for a better job. Maybe he didn't like the jobs, but why would he interview for them if he didn't?
yeah, I mean, what was his real options? I mean, he had what, 3 possibly? I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
he eats, breathes, and sleeps football. I'm sure him not coaching is probably killing him on the inside.
Probably, but you know, he's sucked dick as a coach the past 5 years. I mean, you know, what does he have to show for it? Maybe it is good to just kind of take a break, walk away for a minute, you know?
I'd say he
I
sucked
mean,
more as a GM than he did as a coach. He still
oh,
was a good
yeah.
coach.
Yeah, but the record didn't. I mean, I know he wasn't working with much on the roster, but um, you know, it's just like any other sports, man. It's what have you done for me now? You know, I mean, same thing with John Calipari. The 5 years, what have you done? You know, I mean, it's just sometimes it's just time to go. Um, you know, I think it probably if he does decide to return to coaching, I think a year off might benefit him. You know, just
An ESPN
relax.
source on Belichick's inability to persuade Falcons owner Arthur Blank and his executives that he was the best choice for the Atlanta job, he was essentially voted off the island. That's what they said. But I mean, I don't know. As a Falcons fan, I'd be kind of pissed, man. I would probably prefer him over Raheem Morris. Like I don't see him being a long-term solution for them.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
who the
guess it
hell is
depends on
Raheem
how
Morris?
MVP Kirk will do. You know?
Yeah, I mean they built that offense up. See how it. I mean, Belichick could have had that offense and could have built the defense how he wanted. Well,
Yeah,
Falcons
we'll
will be
see.
Falcons. You know, they'll give up a big lead.
Atlanta.
All right. Speaking of the NFL and teams that Belichick could have coached, Michael, there was some news about your Chargers. What you got?
Yeah, JK Dobbins, another one of the Ravens to
Most
head over to
injury
the West
prone.
Coast. You know, he's injury prone, but it's low risk. You know, I mean, what if he stays healthy? You know, really, I don't think
Who
they signed him
knows?
for that much. It's really low risk
Gotta be
signing.
faster than Eckler.
That's not too hard. I'm pretty sure I saw a video this last week. They were showing Mike Tyson running, getting ready for his boxing match, and I was like, "Oh, is that Eckler? He looked like he got faster." I was like, "Oh no, that's Mike Tyson," because they look the same. But seriously, yeah, I like the signing. I mean, when healthy, he's averaging almost 6 yards a carry, and just like Eckler, he's good at catching the ball out of the backfield. So Herbert could definitely benefit from that. You know, Gus Edwards is the pounding running back, and they were actually doing a press conference with the GM today of the Chargers, and they asked if getting Dobbins and Gus Edwards would impact how they draft, and they said no. So I still think they're going to add another running back in the draft. You just signed an injury prone running back. You're not banking on him to be there long term, but what got to have more bodies, you know. Got to fill out a 90-man roster before the season starts.
He's a good addition.
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. I honestly, most Chargers fans are pretty upset the way things started when we started losing basically the whole offense by Eckler, by Williams, by Allen.
Who's your number one wide receiver right now?
It's the failed rookie from last season, Quentin Johnson.
I thought you all got Josh Palmer or something out.
Josh Palmer is solid, but he's an underrated wide receiver too. Now that speaking of Josh Palmer though, I definitely say he's a fantasy sleeper for next year because he's definitely was lacking reps last year because he was battling with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen and that rookie Quentin Johnson.
Y'all probably should trade for Diggs.
We'll see how the draft goes. You know, we're looking at. They keep on saying,
Oh yeah, you're gonna get
we have the first
neighbors.
pick in the draft, essentially. You know, because at least 3 quarterbacks are going before the 5th pick, and then we can figure out what position players left. It'll probably be Malik or Marvin Harrison Jr., and I'd be totally happy with either of those. Or trade back and give you guys a chance to draft JJ McCarthy.
Nope.
And then we could take
Nope.
Brock
Don't
Bowers. We
fucking
could
do
take
that.
Brock Bowers
No.
in the 11th pick.
We don't need to trade up to get JJ McCarthy. We also shouldn't trade up to get JJ McCarthy, but we're gonna do it anyway.
You
Watch
don't need
us.
to, yeah, but you can, and you will.
I mean, I don't want.
All All right. Anything else on the NFL?
No, I just can't wait for the draft to get here. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
1 week away, man. You're 1 week away. That's it. All right. So over the past couple days, there's been some update to the Trevor Bauer situation that happened a few years ago and more recently. So if you all remember, he was accused by 2 different women of rape and sexual assault and all kinds of stuff. He's never been charged with anything, even up to today. He's just been accused. He lost his livelihood. Who knows where he's actually fucking playing baseball right now?
Mexico City.
Okay, I knew he's bounced
he got
around.
Kenny Rogers. He had to become La Flama Blanca.
But the second woman that accused him has now been charged with a felony, indicted for a felony charge of fraud.
Hell yeah.
Money grabbing, essentially, is what it is.
Disgusting.
Is what she's
These
been
people
charged
are out
with.
there.
Yep.
And I am so happy for men everywhere that this is happening. This is an absolute disgrace, and women should be punished for doing this without question. I don't care if they're famous or not. You falsify sexual assault, rape, anything that has to do with sex, you should be fully punished by every extent of the law.
Yep, because
And
it's guilty until proven innocent.
especially when it comes to sex crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it stays with you the rest. It doesn't matter what Trevor Bauer does the rest of his life.
Yeah. Won't matter.
Obviously, big time NBA fans, we don't really pay attention to Kobe's situation, right? In the early 2000s, we don't really think about it.
Oh, when he's in Colorado and
I mean, we think of Kobe as a 5-time champion, one of the greatest, ever. It's the common basketball fan that thinks about that, But with baseball, this is going to be with him forever.
Yeah.
Forever. And it's just,
I mean, he's been exonerated for this stuff for a while now.
yeah.
And nothing he was a good pitcher. He wasn't just like a decent pitcher.
Cy Young winner.
Yeah, like he was a good pitcher. And she ruined his life. Her life should also be ruined. But
I agree.
Like,
yeah.
If she doesn't at least get like 15 years in jail, I would say that's bullshit. So there needs to be an example. This could be an example. Set an example to the rest of the ones that want to do fake shit.
Does this put him on an MLB roster for the end of the season? No. He's blackballed?
No. I think his MLB days are done. It's an unfortunate thing because it's not like Trevor Bauer is, a great person to be around anyway. he's just
polarizing.
Yeah, I mean, but he's an asshole.
He's an asshole, yeah.
I mean,
well,
I'd rather have an asshole throwing
some of that $104 million career earnings that he's had. According to sportstrack.com, over 13 seasons that he played in the MLB, he earned $104 million.
Not bad. Probably spent a lot of money with lawyers.
Yeah.
So
and plane tickets over wherever he was playing overseas. I don't think he was in Mexico, right?
What happened?
I think we lost your microphone. Michael.
Me?
Oh nope, you're
Oh,
back.
maybe he just stopped talking. I don't know.
I
That
don't
was
know.
weird.
Maybe I just had a internet lag or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Um. So it doesn't say in the article that I was reading about this woman. Felony charges of fraudulent schemes and theft by extortion. It's not good.
No.
Not good at all. And based on what I could find, it's the sentencing could be anywhere from 1 year to life
Wow.
in the state of Arizona.
Wow.
You know, I mean, this is where we have to have have our justice system, looked at because, obviously this is an awful thing, but there's
life
people that kill people that don't get life.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say, oh, give her life, even though she's a horrible person. But again, there's people that kill people. Premeditated murder
I
that
even
don't get
say
life.
15 years is probably too much. I'd say 10. Give her 10 years in prison. Maybe if she's good, 5 with probation for 5 years or something like that.
But a felony conviction.
Yes, the felony conviction. That's the
Yes.
that's the key. That's the thing that makes it hard to get a job.
Yep. All right. We also saw this past weekend the Masters concluded, and Scottie Scheffler won his second green jacket.
In 2 years.
He survived. is what he did. He survived.
Did his baby come already? Is he
I
a dad
haven't
yet?
heard.
No, I don't think so.
Which is crazy because it was like, oh, he might leave on Sunday.
Well,
Yeah, they were making it seem like the baby's about to pop.
The baby
any
wasn't
second.
due for like another 3 weeks. So they just were like, they kind of trapped him and said, hey, what if the baby's born? He's like, I guess I'll leave.
And he's already in another tournament right now.
Yeah. So like
that started today.
And if he gets the call, he'll leave. Because that
Well, he's 6 back right now, so I don't think he'll mind leaving this one. He says that he's drained right now from the Masters, so that explains his.
I mean, he did put on a performance.
He did.
It was pretty
He
incredible.
definitely did.
Unfortunately for the Masters, though, they're only 9.5 million viewers on the final round, down 20% from last year.
That's because Tiger wasn't in it. He wasn't up for it. I think viewership would have popped high if Tiger was up, in contention there. But unfortunately, he had his worst 4 days of golf of his career, and
but still made the cut.
He did make the cut, which he's probably thinking, damn, I should have probably missed the cut. Plus 16 for the Masters is what he shot. That is awful.
For a professional golfer.
Yes. That would be a pro day for us.
Yeah, that was just my score for one fucking round.
All right. There wasn't really anything that popped out in my eyes, to be honest, for sports history. It's there wasn't anything that was really crazy that popped out other than Jackie Robinson played his first game that was in the major leagues.
Oh, you
That
know
was
what? I
the
did see one thing. Today was the first day Vince Scully announced the game for the Dodgers ever.
Mm,
Mm.
okay. Yeah, I didn't see that on my list that I found yesterday, but um, other than that, there was some pretty crazy things that's happened this week in regular history. Though the American Revolution began, uh, and we had the Virginia Tech school shooting that happened this week. I'll never
Oh
forget
yeah.
that. Senior year of high school, that freaked me the fuck out when that happened, because I was what, a month away from graduation from high school, and we were all freaking out. Like this was something that was gonna come to us, you know. Um, but also too, President Lincoln was shot at Ford Theater this week as well. All of that craziness, right?
Yeah. That's pretty
Still
crazy.
not the most infamous thing that happened this week.
Yep.
The most infamous, April 14th, 1912, 112 years ago, the Titanic sank. From a recent documentary that I watched about it, they say that what is left down there has about 20 years before it's gone forever. You won't even see any of it
Oh,
anymore.
the ocean's gonna reclaim it.
Pretty much, it's just slowly sinking into the bottom of the ocean. And it'll be gone. You won't see it at all.
That's crazy.
It is. Um, but yeah, it is amazing how much of a weird obsession everybody has with the Titanic. It's a constant reminder. I think, the movie helped
Yeah.
put it at the forefront. But I tell you that my son's obsessed with it, and he's 7, and he's obsessed with just it crashing. That's what he's obsessed with. He just wants to watch it hit the iceberg over and over. Um, but have you all been to any of the museums for that?
No.
Never.
No. There's one in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Um, I went to that when I was in 7th grade. Dude, it was crazy to see the things. They let you put your hand in the water that was the same temperature. Fuck that, by the way. Um, you wouldn't think that 41-degree water is that
Oh, it's
cold,
fucking cold as
dude.
fuck.
It
It's
really is.
it's so
It's
fucking cold.
it is. Oh man, and you barely could keep your hand in there for more than a minute, and before you start losing like feeling, it starts going numb. I couldn't imagine being in that water. Your full body. Ugh.
Yeah, well, used to be able to go in this one company called Ocean Gate and go look at it too until it
Yep.
imploded. Too
Are they
soon?
still
Sorry.
officially a company? Like, if they not just
Well,
completely
their
disconnect?
CEO
Well,
was in the boat when it
well,
imploded,
I
so I
know
don't think
that.
so.
Yeah. Um. The Titanic's still claiming lives.
They still have a website, and you go to it, it says Ocean Gate Expeditions has suspended all exploration and commercial operation. That's all it says on their website.
You
Nothing else.
think? Oh man. All right. So, um, we are only doing one episode this week. A lot of craziness going on over the weekend. For Saturday. So this is it, and for this week. But you all want to go ahead and do a plus minus, or you just want to forget it for this week?
Well,
I
I don't
don't-
have one in my head right
Okay.
now.
No worries.
So yeah, let's
We can
save
just-
it for next week.
It's not a Saturday, so we can disregard it. All right. Chad, not that you're going to need it in the first round, but good luck to your Celtics. And
Thanks. Good luck to your Lakers. I'll bet on them. So they better win.
all right, NBA playoff starts Saturday, 1:00, and we will be back next week. This was the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast. Bye.
You're welcome.